Today I'm going to review a very cool gadget that I just bought. Insta360 Go 2 is the tiniest action camera ever. When Insta360 launched the camera in early 2021, I sold my GoPro Max. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is good and also the bad later. I've already used this camera for a few weeks. Jumping the gun, I absolutely love it. Let me start with the reasons why this is a great buy. Firstly, it is very tiny, if not the tiniest as they claimed, just 25 grams. That is 1/6 the weight of a GoPro action camera. Size and weight is a huge factor, especially when you want to mount it on your chest or on your head. I mount my GoPro on my head and my friend laughed and teased that I look like Doraemon. Also, being this tiny, you can record without people noticing. I don't mean recording in the creepy way. I mean sometimes I wish I can record without others looking at me, judging me. Secondly, the price is pretty cheap. After various discounts and cashback, it cost me 370 Singapore dollars. What's more, I don't need to buy SD card because the storage is built in, and I don't need to buy additional mounts because they provided 4 mounts and they are all very useful. Usually with GoPro, you need to buy SD card and additional mounts, and it is easily double the price of this camera. Because the mounts are so thoughtful, useful and wonderful, I'm going to tell you their greatness. The neck mount, which they call the Pendant, is my favorite. Let me show you. Now I'm going to detach the camera and mount it onto the Pendant. And just like that, I can now walk around and show you the place and continue to vlog. A chest mount is not new, but Insta360 did it right. Almost perfect. They're able to do it largely all thanks to the weight and size factor. I love this because it will be very useful for holiday travel and shooting time warps. They also have a cap mount with their provided easy clip. That is equally impressive because it is so light that I don't feel a burden on my head. This is a case with additional battery to charge the camera, and it's also a remote to control the camera. And when you put the camera in here, you can hold it like a selfie stick. That's how I shoot for the first part of this video. But that's not all. You can even flick out the legs and it becomes a tripod. The fourth and last mount is the pivot stand. You can stick it in various places such as the exterior of a car to shoot a unique perspective. How cool is that? What's more, it is reusable, unlike those once used 3M sticky tape. The pivot stand is also useful for you to hold underwater. Yes, the camera can work underwater without additional casement. I won't jump into this longkang and sea to show you. Instead, I'll show you the swim I had with my kids. GoPro is fantastic, but there are some issues. Nothing too terrible, but I should share. The biggest issue is that it easily overheats. If I use the Pendant and record a time warp for 5 minutes, it will be so hot that it will be unbearable for my chest. Even if you can bear the heat, the camera will stop when it is way too hot. There's once when I was recording pro video for a long time, the camera stopped by itself at 8 minutes. So don't expect to record continuously for 30 minutes. Even if the camera didn't overheat, the battery will not last long enough anyway. The second thing that I didn't like is the app, because it is too slow to transfer via Wi-Fi from the camera to phone. The AI fresh cuts is nice, but usually the scenes they select is not satisfactory. To be fair, GoPro app sucks too. Therefore, my workflow is to transfer the videos to my computer via USB, which is much faster, and then do my video editing on the computer. And that's why I sometimes encounter issue where the camera cannot connect to the computer via USB. I have to try a few times for it to work. Lastly and sadly, post-processing is required for most of the videos. If you record in their pro video mode or take a time warp video, the video file is actually like a raw file without stabilization and is spherical. This is actually something smart that they do because the tiny camera does not have a lot of computing power, so it simply saves whatever the lens sees. The post-processing will take this raw file and export them as regular sized video. Stabilize the footage using their stateful algorithm, and all these are run on the mobile or a computer, which has far more computing power. While it is tedious to export videos, we have to live with the limitations since they make the camera so small. So far, these issues are not showstopper. I can live with them. We have come a long way. When I bought my first GoPro 10 years ago, I was so excited. Now this GoPro is much lighter, much smaller, and great video quality. I'm so excited and I look forward to what they will create in 2030. See you then.